You said talk about Disneyland, and I think it was in, I don't know what year it was, '08 or so, not '08, a little bit prior to that, when Blockbuster got approval to build an amusement park in Miami, a massive little park that they were going to build. I mean, the stories that they have is insane of what they were doing at one point. But are you guys profitable right now? Is enough business coming in where you're staying profitable? Okay, that's great. What, going back, I run a business. I have 17,000 insurance agents nationwide. I'm the CEO and the founder of the company. I do this on the side. It's not what I do full time. What were some innovative campaigns where for you, if you were to say, like McDonald's came out with an innovative campaign called Share a Coke, and they would put a name on there, Bob, Mary, Jack. Oh my gosh, I'm not even a Coke person. Jack, let me take you to my friend. Bob, let me take you to work. It'd be cool to share with them. It's a great campaign that they did, right? You see a lot of different companies that do great campaigns. What are some things you think they could have done at that time with the late fee that would have been a great campaign, or even any other campaigns they could have done that maybe would have brought back the customers? I'm sure there's been a lot of discussions, a lot of talks about that. What are some things they could have done?
Well, I think they could have done more charitable things. And I don't know, now I say that, but I don't know all the things that they were doing behind the scenes. But all you ever really saw was, they're doing they had like an awards, like a Blockbuster awards thing, kind of like the Oscars kind of a thing. I mean, not to that level, but I know they had an awards thing. I think you're right about the amusement park. I mean, you always saw these big, huge things they were doing for them, and maybe they should have done more for others. And I think that, for us, for example, like the Airbnb thing, we really supported our local humane society, which is a huge thing for us. And in Central Oregon, we're all about pets and animals and all of those things. And, we try to support as many things, but with late fees, I would love to have seen them, if you're going to keep the late fees that you are, maybe say for every, dollar we get for late fees, we're giving $1 to a local charity. I mean, I think that a lot of times you got to focus on your communities that you're in. And I mean, even, I've worked for lots of different businesses too, and done different things over the years. And I find that if you focus more on the local aspect and the person that's in your business at that time, and you're focused on that person and not so much about what's happening outside, it's going to bring back tenfold. And I mean, I talk about the first week we became the last one in America. I remember I had a customer, we were super busy. We were not expecting that. We had no, I was in the parking lot across the street. My son had been in a fender bender, and I was talking to a police officer when USA Today called me, and I had no idea that this was coming. And I remember being in our store and we were super busy and we were helping customers. And I can't remember if it was the New York Times or the Washington Post, but one of them called and they were on the phone and they're like, "Oh my God, it's the New York Times." And I was like, "Okay, well, I've got a customer in front of me." And the customer's like, "But it's the New York Times." I'm like, "But you're a paying customer and you're the reason I'm here." I'm like, "The New York Times can wait. Let me check you out." And everybody was shocked that I did that. And I'm like, no, it's like, I think it's exciting and it's fun. And I'm so happy to be in all these programs. But the bottom line is that customer in front of me is what's paying my wage. That's what's keeping my doors open. And if I lose that, and if I lose that attention to my local customers, then we're not going to be here for another, 20 years. I mean, we have to stay focused on that. And so I think sometimes in the corporate world that gets forgotten. And I think if they had maybe paid more attention to those things, allowed their employees, like we do fun stuff, we have an employee pick section and we have a barbecue that we do every year. And we were doing it in my backyard, but last year we actually did it at the store because there were so many ex-employees that were coming. It was so fun.
That's great.
We do more of those kind of things that are more focused on it. And, I'm known as the Blockbuster mom. And unfortunately now I'm starting to be known as the Blockbuster grandma, which I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure I've got my own grandkids. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet. But I really think that that's important to be a part of that. And I know I'm probably from an HR manager standpoint, probably their biggest nightmare because, I love my employees. I love my customers. This is my family, how I operate the business every day. And I think if more businesses treated things like a small business, they would be more successful. If they kept track of what's happening right now in my store today, what's happening and not worry about what might happen tomorrow and focus on the here and now. I mean, and they train us like that for our personal lives, right? It's all about being mindful. It's all about, you got to be mindful of your situation, be mindful of what's happening now, and not do the what ifs. And I mean, you have to do some of those as a business owner. You have to know your cash flow is good. You have to know that you have to plan for those things. But when it comes from customers, you have to focus on here and now. Every customer that leaves my business unhappy, that doesn't find, if I can't find a movie for them to watch, even if I don't have that new release on the shelf, I need to be out there helping them find something else so that they leave happy.